Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the audience, it's Redbud! It is time for round number 7 of the 2018 Race Tech Nationals in MX Simulator, the Redbud National. It doesn't get much better. It doesn't get much more American. It doesn't get more motocrossed. It's just everything you ever wanted and all of your wildest dreams right here. And we're going to be bringing you action from this Redbud National for the next 3.5 hours. We have 250. Moto number 1 probably coming up here in just a moment. They're like 5-6 minutes behind on UID grab, which is why I waited to get the stream started, because they are behind. So here we go, though. It's going to be the Redbud National. It's going to be a fun night of racing. I'm joined in the booth currently by the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Zaworski. What is up tonight, YZ?
Hello. Just trying to qualify before that happened.
When is qualifying cut off for 450s? Like another hour?
No, it's the same.
Oh, so you guys...
20, 25 after.
So where are you at right now? 450 qualifying?
45th.
No, Nate, come on. You scored. You're telling me you scored points at the last national, and you can't even get fast 40. Jesus Christmas.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you may be wondering if you're watching this currently, why are we running Redbud right now? Redbud already happened in real life. Well, as you may remember, or maybe you don't, depending on how hard you went, last Wednesday was the 4th of July. So the Race Factor Gaming and EMF guys got together, decided to postpone this Redbud National a week, since we technically have a week off coming up in real life motocross anyway. So really just this little hitch in the schedule. And we'll be back to normalcy next week with the Millville National, but the Redbud National running technically a week later than it's supposed to in Sim. But hey, I mean, if there's any national on this season, Nate, that you just want to drag on forever, it's got to be the Redbud National, right?
Oh, yeah. It is a fun track.
All right. Well, while these guys get set up for the 250 motos, which looks like there's going to be just a sogging 27 players lined up in. Yeah.
I am wondering, though, if that track update affected anyone.
Yeah, the track... We did have a track update, so if you're watching this and you're going to be racing 450s later on this evening, be sure to go into the track thread, which is 2018 MXS EMF Nationals presented by Race Factor Gaming, and then it's like a colon, I think, and then it says round 7 Redbud. Go into forum.mxsimulator.com/tracks and find that thread, and on the last page of the thread, a user named Checkers, aka Chris Riesenberg, you'll probably hear him in the booth later this evening, posted an update for the track so that you can download that. It's the race version. I assume it's a timing gate fix, Nate?
I'm not checking look to see if they did that. No, I did some terrain updates to make B-Road in a little bit different.
Gotcha. So we have a bit of a road update.
Some lighting stuff.
Shading, lighting. All right, well, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Gates. Yeah, they did add one in that corner. So that was changed too.
Cool. So we'll see how it shapes up. The 250 class is going to go out for their parade lap right now. Like I said, a smaller group tonight. Not as many 250 guys out there, but what I can tell you about this 250 class, 33 guys ended up qualifying, and your fastest qualifier is your current points leader, Jack Haley, 2:05.5, only runner in the 2:05s in the 250 class. Looks like he's just going to keep riding this gravy train of confidence all the way into this championship if he keeps it up like this. Sean Klein was second fastest, but 1.3 seconds behind Haley on a 2:06.8. Then we had Harry White, Phil Bull, Colby Eagland, Walter Gebhardt, Tyler Lang, Craig Leake, Matthias Janis, Devin Ryan. Actually, that's it. Top 10 round out right there. And I can't believe that with this few people lined up on the gate, I still timed out, but I did. All right, so here are all of our runners going out on the track for their parade lap currently. We got Craig Leake, Matthias Janis, Ash Deering, Sean Klein, Jared Gaskew, Ivan Medina, Jacob Warden, Devin Ryan, Hubbard, Dickerson, Isaiah Dickerson, Actually, no, it's Walter Gebhardt. Looks like he is on like a 1974 Bull Taco by the looks of it. I mean, that thing is old school. We got Dickerson, Phil Bull, as I mentioned. Hunter Porch out here racing tonight. Your points leader, Jack Haley, here on the 57. Garrett Hollenbeck. There's Gebhardt, Jack Gatlin, and Kevin Gonzalez. Colby Eagland. Jake Warden, we already saw. Daniel Bachelet, Harry White. Alana Solis, Dale Mullins, Matt Model is on the gate, and that is it. 24 riders lined up for this moto. It is looking like a GP out here at Redbud, and as a custom with Redbud, Nate, you know what time it is, my friend?
What's that? Oh.
Drink responsibly. Oh, it's Redbud, baby. Woo! I hope you guys are excited because I am. These 250 motos are about to be off the chains. Got some great competition tonight despite the limited gate numbers. So going to be a wild one here at Redbud. And we're going to see what these 250F guys are able to lay down. I have not seen a 250F guy ride this track this year. So I'm curious to see how many guys are able to send the leap. Looks like we got Sean Klein throwing it sideways on the warm-up lap, which I'm digging. And these guys will be heading out for their motos in just a second. I want to remind you guys before we get this underway, your current point standings, if I can find them just real fast. In this 250 class, talked about Jack Haley having a massive points lead as they run right now. And, excuse me. Yeah, Haley on 286 to Sean Klein on 220. So that is a 66-point lead with the second half of the season coming upon us. This is going to be round number 7 of 12. So we're about to have moto number 13 of 24 get kicked underway. We'll put the first half of the season in the books officially behind us and move on to the second half. And Redbud is going to be the proving grounds. Who's going to make it happen here tonight? We're going to see. As looks like they are just about ready to go. Lineup check should be wrapped up. These guys are still just kind of motoing down.
I don't know what. They're hoping something is good with the server, it looks like.
Oh, something not good with the server?
Or that or some setting, I'm not sure. I'm not sure for why the track was set to one lap.
Damon confused apparently. That might be a problem with the scripting because normally it would, you know, run the parade lap on one lap. But maybe, you know what it could be, Nate, is you usually have to go into the server and set up the amount of laps that you need to have a track for. You know, because you've done it before. You have to set the amount of laps. If they don't have a one-lap race set in the server, I think it just defaults to whatever is available. So maybe if they don't have a one-lap Redbud track, then it just defaulted to whatever it was. What was it, a 30 plus 2, I assume?
I think so.
Question in chat real quick.
15 plus 1.
Kevin Losel wants to know if there's any two smokes out there. I don't believe so. When was the last time we saw a 125 out here, Nate? Although you can ride a 252 stroke in this 250F class outdoors, but
you can?
I
they took it out for outdoors.
Oh, they took it out for outdoors. Wow, okay. I did not know that.
I mean, Supercross, you could.
Yeah, I took advantage of that.
I don't remember. I know, yeah, that was name escapes me. Remember.
Okay, 252 stroke is SX only, confirmed in chat from Chris. Looks like we are set to go. Yep, 250 Moto 1 call in chat. It is time for the Redbud National live here on SYS TV. Let's drop that gate. We are off and running. The
Jack
41.
Healy in chat asking for a restart.
The 41 of Matthias Janis had the whole shot, lost the rear end, instead hands it over to Isaiah Dickerson on the 65. As Jack Haley asking for a restart in chat, not sure where he's going with that one, but it's Dickerson leading from Solis and his teammate Harry White alongside of him, second and third. Red flag. We have a red flag situation.
He said his internet disconnected.
Jack Haley with an internet disconnection. So we have a red flag situation. Interesting scenario here. Normally, mechanical issues like that, as they would be referred to, are not red flaggable, but it looks like Jack Haley is getting the benefit of the doubt here, and we're going to go ahead and re-rack him and get Moto 1 started here in just a second, I guess. "30 minutes plus 2 again, so I think we should be good. I'm going to have it to take a look. Dickerson was the guy that came around with the whole shot the first time. We'll keep an eye on him this time. And looks like we are set to go. 250 Moto 1 this time officially after the red flag. We'll see. Let's go racing at Redbud. Ooh, huge start from the outside of 778. Hubbard's trying to close the door and get there. Will he? He just beats out Shepard to the inside of the corner, and it's the 778 Jacob Hubbard BPC Honda with the whole shot. Right behind him, Trent Shepard, Isaiah Dickerson, and Kevin Gonzalez all right there in the mix as they scrub down the hill. Alana Solis has another good start. We got Gaskew up near the front. Craig Leak. It's a mad dash as we head to this back section, and Hubbard is down with the lead. He takes Shepard with him, and they kind of scatter around. Gonzalez getting blocked past. That is Gaskew.
Dickerson that went down with him.
Oh, Dickerson down with him, and so Dickerson not a good start after this one, but it is Gaskew now in the lead. We got about 7 riders all funneling into this corner right now. Huge grouping, and of course the track not eroded down just yet, so you're going to see guys losing it a little bit, trying to find traction. There's no ruts down. Of course, Erode new to MX Simulator this year, so these guys are going to wear the track in. Look at how close this grouping is up front. We got a group of about 10 riders all lined up as Gaskew continues to lead. Shepard trying to go onto the attack of Gonzalez, almost lands on the back of him as Solis is getting into the mix. There's Matthias Janis right towards the sharp end of the field as well. I see Craig Leak, Phil Bull. Obviously, we have Alana Solis right in the mix. Look at this grouping. So many riders so close together. No sign yet of our championship leader, Jack Haley, as Solis slides it down before the big tabletop. These guys going up and over. Not too many big whipper tails. We got a couple dualies to work with. And now through the sand whoops, all working our way towards the leap. I'm very curious to see this grouping, as close as everybody is. Who's going to be able to jump the leap on the first lap? Might be able to make a couple passes. As these guys absolutely sending it off this tabletop.
Most of them should be able to do it.
Yeah, it looked like the drive Klein was able to get. Like you said, most should be able to do it. However, this close together, you never know. Somebody not getting the drive as Gaskew's going to have to swing wide. A couple guys looking inside, but Gaskew slides down with the lead, and Gonzalez is going to triple on by. Gaskew not going to be able to get it. I see Leak not doing it, and everybody else seeming like they got over it, but Gaskew actually lost a spot to Shepard there in the background. And instead, the 182 of Kevin Gonzalez will lead us through lap number 1 in the books at Redbud. Shepard, Gaskew, Bull, Leak, Janis, Solis, White, Eaglin, Deering, Gebhardt, Klein, Porch, Hollenbeck, Dickerson, Haley, Ryan, Cromie, Lang, and Batchlet, and then Medina, Warden, Carter, Gatlin, everybody's they're going in an absolute freight train here at the end of lap number 1. And it is still so close together. Right at the front now as Trent Shepard goes to the front. So we have lost Gonzalez. He's back to 3rd by the looks of it. Maybe out of mistake. Oh my God, look at how close everybody is.
Jackers.
And we are now joined in this Discord channel with the one and only Chris Riesenberg. How are you tonight, Checkers?
Pretty good. I feel like I've been scrambling a little bit because we decided pretty late to put this race version of the track together. But I'm excited we did, and it's already race time. So I'm guessing these guys are still, they've been hot lapping all week, or not all week, but the last couple days, doing their quality laps and such. And the lines are just slightly different. Like, they're not like relocated for the most part, but some are deeper, some are faster, and they're probably trying to figure that out a little bit.
Yeah, well, with the track not developed yet, as we mentioned, all these guys are kind of just in a free-for-all mode, just going wherever they can to bank off of something here early until those lines develop, as you said. And it's really made kind of an interesting race early on. So many guys so close together, and Trent Shepard leading the way here as we head to the back half of the track.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a surprise. I was looking at Phil Bull with this good start, and not a good start for Haley after he went down in turn 1, and was thinking this might be Bull's chance.
Yeah, Bull definitely putting the challenge here to Shepard. Keeping an eye on Kevin Gonzalez, who led the first lap. He's still sitting in third as we head to the leap again. All these guys going to funnel the outside in order to get that drive to clear it. Shepard blows the corner. Is he still going to go for it? He will back out of the challenge. Phil Bull jumps over the leap into the lead. Gonzalez jumps over it as well and gets into second. So just like that, 2 spots lost for Shepard, and Phil Bull to the front of the field. The Aussie out front at Redbud.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Harry White coming through here in fourth. He slides it down, but it looks like he is able to corral it together. He's going to hold on to that spot as we see our first of 2 championship contenders. Sean Klein sitting in 5th right now. Jack Haley another 3 spots behind him in 8th.
Wow, watching them go in front of that mechanics area. I thought that line added was really tight, but everybody's just going right into it. I actually thought that they would go, maybe not use it at all or go around it would be more common, but not the case.
These guys look like they've got this track pretty dialed already. How long have they had with this new track that you just put out here?
Hour and a half. At most, and that's if they were around and such.
Right.
There's not like massive changes. It's just really some of the starter ruts were built up, especially some of the middle and outside lines, to try to encourage guys to go outside, and then a few new bumps on the insides and such. So.
Right. Well, we just saw Haley hit the deck on the outside of the off camber. He's going to lose about 6 spots there. So just when he had things going, he's back to 13th behind Jarrett Gaskew. And everything kind of starting to slowly settle down here.
Yeah, Harry White putting on a charge right now against the backside of Trent Shepard.
Yeah, and White has been fantastic this season, been inside of the top 10 for most of the motos. Now he's trying to look at perhaps his best moto finish if he can get into second here and start going. Putting the pressure on Shepard. We got Kevin Gonzalez, Sean Klein, and I believe Matthias Janis right at the tail end there.
Kind of a freight train right now, but we'll see. There's brand new road settings. I have no idea how much roughness is actually going to form, especially with the smaller number of riders in the 250 class. This might be like a hot lap race. Oh, I think that Klein missed the drive for the leap. Still goes for it, but Janis is going to have a run on him. He's going to go around this outside line. Not going to be able to make the pass, but he didn't really lose any time going out there.
I'll tell you who had no run at the leap, and that was Trent Shepard. He absolutely framed it and lost a spot to Harry White. But as you said, that battle between Sean Klein and Matthias Janis also heating up. Got to imagine those two think that they're probably the fastest of the group. In front of him as Klein dumps it. He is on the ground. Out of that second turn. Going to let Dickerson go through.
Wow. Shocked to see Dickerson up here. He's actually playing live from Yosemite National Park on a TV and not a computer monitor. He's been struggling the last couple days. Trying to just be able to get set up to race. And he did do really well at Redbud last year. I think that's the reason he wanted to race so badly this week. But nice job here from Dickerson right now, at least early in the moto.
Yeah, I know how tough it can be to be in an unfamiliar setup with this game. You get so comfortable seeing exactly what you're used to. And as we say that, he goes down. But still, like you said, good showing here early on. We'll see if he can keep it going as he gets going right behind, well, a huge group of riders. Devin Ryan going along with his teammates here, Eagland and Lang. No sign of his championship leading teammate, Jack Haley.
These guys have all been pretty fast this year, and they're pretty far back at the moment, right at the tail end of the top 10. I believe Devin Ryan gets faster, and so does Tyler Lang when the track gets rougher, so maybe they'll see a late race charge from them. But really, if you think about it, they're about only a halfway point of the field.
Yeah, I'd really love to see a stat, if we could, of how many times guys crash this year. And I gotta imagine Devin Ryan crashes one of the fewest on the track right here. He is just steady Eddie, like you said, great in the late race charges.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like the only time he does crash seems to be on the first lap or two, that he gets buried in the pack and has to charge from behind. But he's definitely been one of the top, I would say, top 3 fastest or best guys. Maybe not the fastest, but he finishes up there because he's so dang consistent. And wow, still buried in the pack is Jack Haley. He's all the way back in 13th still.
And not what Haley was hoping out of this moto. Not the best start, but had worked his way up to 8th. And then we saw him have that crash. He's now right behind Isaiah Dickerson, who we were just talking about, and they're both headed towards the leap right here. Looks like those guys are just on rails around the outside, kind of pre-wheeling some bumps and then hopping up over the leap. Haley around the outside looking for the move on Dickerson. Dickerson's trying to keep it on down the inside, but Haley using the smooth outside line to his advantage makes that pass, and he will continue on now up in 12th, trying to run down his teammate. Back up to third place right here. Trent Shepard and Harry White continue their battle. White had gotten through on Shepard, but it looks like he and maybe even Shepard had both gone down because they're not that close to Kevin Gonzalez anymore. So the battle for third is a brewing. 10 minutes into this 30-minute plus 2-lap Moto number 1 as Shepard slides down to the inside, able to save it, but loses a huge amount of momentum. White's not able to take advantage of it just yet as he's trying to search for some different lines to take. Shepard's really struggling getting into these corners, and White with a power move around the outside makes the pass happen. And here comes Sean Klein, lurking steadily in the background. Walter Gebhardt on the 1974 Bull Taco also back here, just cruising. I really want to know what bike that is. Let's see if we can get closer. It is, oh, it's a Yamaha. The decals on it are backwards. I mean, that's got to be early 70s by the looks of it. Pretty styling. It's cool to see someone running a different model out here than the normal new models that we see.
I just wish I wish I would have downloaded his pack just for that, to be honest with you.
Ooh, Shepard short, and then Walter Gebhardt with almost no suspension to begin with, just cased the leap, and I'm sure that he's hurting. Out here on the struggle bus as he's trying to go run down Trent Shepard. So Klein has worked his way through. He is trying to go after Harry White, who in turn is trying to run down Kevin Gonzalez, but they're all chasing race leader Phil Bull on Team Volcom number 40. The Aussie is out front and looking strong. Has a nice lead to work with. He's been putting down some steady lap times. He's trying to get away before anybody else can come get him. And so far that plan seems to be working.
Yeah, not a lot of racing for the lead at the moment. Battle Shepard going backwards a little bit probably is kind of sandwiched in a little bit of a battle. That's probably the best one on the track right now.
Yeah, Shepard we saw lost a spot there to Klein. Now Gebhardt just absolutely bombing down the hill, but slides it down around the outside. That's weird. I've never seen someone blow the outside of a rut like that and then fall off.
I'm super confused right now. They're uncovering something under the dirt at the top of the hill, and I have no idea what it could be. After the triple that's not Larocco's Leap, where Jack Haley 13th place is going into right now.
Take a look on board with Dickerson. See if I can see what it is. Oh yeah, there's like a little bit of a blue sheen coming out, right? Is there a water somewhere nearby?
I don't think so. That's on top of a hill. That doesn't make sense.
So interesting. These guys have found the
an Easter egg, I guess.
Yeah, the lost blue ostrich egg that's hiding under the soil over there. See if that hampers their traction. They might start sliding around later on in the moto. Lana Solis getting all kinds of dizzy over here. Might lose a spot to Jack Haley, who shoots down the inside. Haley is continuing to struggle. We saw him down in the off camber after the Easter egg corner. Tyler Lang is trying to go get Hunter Porch and latch back onto his teammate Devin Ryan as well, as these guys are shooting their way up towards the leap right now. Ryan backs out of the challenge. Porch sends it, and Lang behind him also sends it. They both get it, so they're going to be able to close up a little bit more on the 34 machine. great battle here. Matthias Janis right in front of them. Little four-rider train. Working the top section of the track here.
Oh, Kevin Gonzalez just about went over the bars on the uphill triple. I know you weren't watching it, but it was pretty nasty.
Gonzalez holding down second, or trying to at least.
Yeah, Sean Klein and Harry White trying to put the push on from behind, using different lines in that off camber. The inside, it looks like it's getting a little bit gnarly coming in.
Yeah, definitely starting to see the track really develop. It's probably at the point where these guys like it the most, where it's not as rough yet, and the ruts are, you know, getting pretty well developed. And of course, these guys always seem to get frustrated the rougher it gets. But this is motocross, my friends.
And we're about halfway through the moto right now, and your leader continues to be Phil Bull on Team Volcom, and I suppose it's time for the MXSEMF.com Top 10 Rundown. Phil Bull, Team Volcom, leading the way, 2:11 flat last time around, so the track getting its fastest for him thus far, as he ran his fastest lap just last time. He comes around to the leap. I want to watch him hit this thing. Maybe we'll watch each guy hit the leap and see if they throw some style out still. Phil Bull throwing it sideways. Nice style. Coming around in second. I think he is a privateer. Kevin Gonzalez, he's been good. Leap's probably getting easier for these guys right now too, because it's got that slingshot berm effect. For the 182, Harry White throwing her down. Sean Klein was in the third spot. He just crashed. And Harry White is actually down in front of these guys. So Klein gets jumped over here by Craig Leak. That's a lapper in the mix, I believe.
Ooh,
Leak's going to move by. Klein goes to fourth. Leak to third. Klein to fourth. Harry White back to fifth. There we go. That's going to reset it. And let's stay with this three-rider freight train while I'll give the names of the other guys, because this looks like a good battle shaping up. Walter Gephardt sits sixth. Colby Eagland seventh. Trent Shepard's falling back to eighth now. Devin Ryan stalled out a little bit here in ninth. And Janice and Tyler Lang round out 10th and 11th right now, as they're doing some serious battling. But the battle on the racetrack is Harry White all over the back of Sean Klein.
Yeah, while you were going through that battle, Matthias Janis, Craig Leak slid out and fell off this group just a little bit, but you're right, this battle's still looking great.
A mistake from Klein in the off-camber blew out of that inside run. Is that going to give White the opening? It does.
Nice pass, very clean. Both guys being respectful of each other, and here comes Klein back, jumping by him. White's trying to get the drive down into the corner, but just will not get him. And the battle continues with Leak kind of closing back in.
I'm waiting for one of these guys to jump out of that inside in that uphill section. It's so much smoother outside of it. There's a rider down. Is that a position?
That's Gonzalez,
who was sitting in second.
Klein blew the rut, and they're side by side.
Greg Leak as well, Triley's.
Everybody funneling to the outside here to get the run through the sand rollers. These guys on the 250Fs down a little bit on power. Oh, Leak!
Down and off the bike.
So he kind of Savacci'd it right there. That's a very...
more dualies from Harry White and Sean Klein down the downhill. It is definitely starting to get rough at this point.
I think, like you said, that the outside line going into the leap is primo right now, but they're also starting to hit quite a few, choppy bumps on the takeoff up to it. That's killing their drive all the way up it, and they're just able to pop over it. I think it's a little bit harder. Klein to the outside, going to leave the door open. It's smoother out there, not able to make it happen. It's Harry White. Yeah, Harry, I think, actually lost time trying to go through that main inside line. So lines are starting to open up finally. Makes me a little bit happier. Yeah.
Oh, Klein actually, I don't know if he did that on purpose. He went all the way out to that outside. It looked like he gained time, so maybe he's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, Harry White's definitely keeping the pressure on here, though, as they go through the mechanics area. And they are now second and third, but a clear 25 seconds behind race leader Phil Bull, as Harry White almost throws it too deep, then actually goes off the track, but somehow keeps that TM Factory Racing machine underneath of him. He's got Kevin Gonzalez closing right up behind him now, and then Gonzalez blows the corner. He's up and over the berm. So here comes Gebhardt and Leak, who are amidst a little battle of their own. Oh, Gebhardt getting kicked all around on the 74 Yamaha.
I just realized we did that top 10 rundown and we didn't even find Haley. He's back in 12th right now.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a weird moto for Haley so far. A guy who has pretty consistently hit the podium as Gebhardt pushes Leak out of the inside rut. But good opportunity here perhaps for Sean Klein to maybe bag some valuable championship points.
Interesting outside line there from Gebhardt and from Kevin Gonzalez.
They're kind of trying some different lines here. It's like you
Doesn't
said, getting
really look
deeper.
that rough in the main line.
Oh, Leak
Craig
throws
Leak
it back
paying
down.
the favor
Whoa!
back. That was Klein down.
Wow, I don't know how Leak was able to put Gebhardt on the ground and then not run into his teammate. That was a wild ride there for a minute, but like you said, giving it back to him as Gebhardt had thrown it down the inside after the off camber. And then Leak says, nuh-uh, none of that. I'll be giving it right back. Takes him down and continues going after Kevin Gonzalez.
Meanwhile, 31 seconds out front, just ran his fast lap of the race yet again. So Phil Bull just gelling with the rougher track, and I'm not surprised by that. He spent a lot of time in the road test races when we were having him learning this style of racing, and it's definitely paid off for him. But Harry White, Kevin Gonzalez, Craig Leak, Sean Klein, all in the air at the same time on the leap. 4-rider fight over the number 2 ride.
Doesn't get much better than this. The only reason it would be better if it was our battle for the lead. But this battle for second is on at Redbud. 2/3 of the race distance now complete. And these points paying positions are up for grabs. These guys want to get on the podium here in Moto number 1. And there's only really 2 spots available because the leader is gone. Phil Bull, as you mentioned, 30 seconds clear. A little mistake from Gonzalez. Leak's trying to go down the outside to get a drive. And gets into the back of him. Oh, Gonzalez lost the rear end.
In his line, and
so bummer deal for Leak, who gets up behind Colby Eagland, who's kind of come out of nowhere to be ahead of Walter Gebhardt. Then
Eagland's come from outside the top 10.
Yeah.
Remember, we saw him in that freight train battle with his teammates. He's left them in the dust.
Gebhardt continues to throw it down this hill, trying to get the drive on Eagland up the hill. Just not going to beat him to the corner.
Well, Alex Efford said that mystery object in the rut is from the extended terrain around the outside of the track.
So we can blame Alex Efforts. Just blame him.
Walter Gebhardt went down.
If you're like me and think it's cool, you thank him.
I don't know. It seems like the cool thing to do these days is just hate on everybody.
I know the feeling. I'm single-handedly killing MX Simulator.
Single-handedly, all by yourself.
Well, I have the help of a road. A road is helping me, but it's my fault. So.
Yeah. JLV didn't do anything. It was all you.
I don't know. This looks dope to me.
I think it looks great. I think that this has been some of the better racing we've had in a long time in Sim because it's made these guys have to change up their lines. I'll tell you what, it was getting a little monotonous seeing these guys be robots and hit the same line every single lap like we were seeing in the last 2 or 3 years of outdoors because they would just get so acclimated to that one fast line. So I really enjoy this type of racing. It's fun to see, and so far it's produced some quality racing as we still have a great battle between Gonzalez, Klein, and now Eagland getting into the mix.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's getting ridiculously rough either, which is nice. I mean, it's bumpy, but not overly choppy.
Certainly not an enduro cross, as some have suggested.
Yeah, it'll probably still be called that. I'll be back.
So Phil Bull's still leading this thing, and he is pretty much in and out of this little canyon section over here before anybody else gets there. It's only about 2 or 3 riders that are in it at the same time he is. Harry White, Sean Klein, and Eagland all kind of close enough as Gonzalez just getting up from a crash somehow just got nudged out of the way by Tyler Lang. I don't know how he didn't go down, or Lang for that matter, but it allowed Gebhardt to jump on by. Craig Leak is also trying to get right here into the mix. And then our points leader, Jack Haley, who I believe is occupying the 10 spot right now, just ahead of his teammate Devin Ryan. So he's trying to get this freight train rolling towards the front. Might be a little too late, though, as we've only got 6 minutes plus 2 laps left to work with here. 250 Moto number 1 at Redbud. So our top 3 is now pretty well separated. Sean Klein is receiving a little bit of pressure here in 4th, as Lang and now Gebhardt and Craig Leak not too far behind that, all kind of closing in. Kevin Gonzalez also within striking distance. Those new to watching MX Simulator, we'll talk repeatedly during this broadcast about fall-off crashes. When you have a big enough crash in MX Simulator, you fall off the bike with your legs but not your arms, and those crashes usually take anywhere in the range of about 8 to 12 seconds depending on how long your actual initial crash takes. If you fall off the bike and then roll for a while, it's usually 12. If you tip over in a corner and fall off the bike, it's about 8 seconds. So when we refer to a fall-off crash, which is if Walter Gebhardt gets a fall-off crash here soon at some point, maybe not, but if he does, he'd probably lose 1 or 2 spots because this guy's about 8-9 seconds behind him right now, Sean Klein and Kevin Gonzalez. And then Jack Haley all by himself has nobody really giving him pressure from behind, but nobody to chase after either.
I don't hear you laughing, Chris.
Oh, Kevin Gonzalez got a big kick, and then in the background, Klein also got kicked around a little bit. These guys are giving it their all, trying to run down riders in front of them. We have a couple guys down that are, well, it was Lang down with his teammate Eagland. So that's no good. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board at the semi for that one, figure out where that went wrong. Meanwhile, Gebhardt just throwing pressure all over Craig Leak here. And now he goes down, gets caught up behind 378. I believe that was Batchlet stuck on the inside right there. So Lang goes back through, almost goes down himself. Then Eagland able to just slice on through as well. Then Kevin Gonzalez and Sean Klein.
Come out of kind of nowhere the second half of this moto. We were talking about when we saw them earlier on. Oh, he makes a big mistake there. That those guys are really good when the track gets beat. Lang, Devin Ryan, pretty much the relaxed attire guys in general.
Yeah, these relaxed attire guys, they just seem to find their way to the front towards the end of these motos, man. And we see Haley's up to 9th. Devin Ryan is 11th. We've got 4 relaxed attire guys in the top 11. And look at this. I mean, Lang is closing up on Harry White pretty quickly here. Although White's gone backwards a little bit. He's now behind Craig Leak. And Phil Bull, as I just turned him out front, completely blows off camber, but he's so far out front it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he maybe he's letting people unlap themselves at this point.
Yeah.
Tyler Lang is freaking ripping right now, at least through the field. His fastest lap is a 2:10, which our top 2 guys have faster laps than that. But definitely now that the track's beat, his last lap time is not all that impressive. It's only a 2:20, so he obviously has had some mistakes, but maybe his lap before that, he just laid it down. And speaking of laying it down.
And he was ripping through that corner too, and then you saw the rear end get kicked one way, and he was down hard. That's how quickly it can come up to bite you. And suddenly he loses about 4 spots. Sean Klein continuing his battle with Kevin Gonzalez here.
Lang's down again, and Haley just got by him.
And Gonzalez is ripping around this Redbud circuit. He was in 2nd for a long time and does not want to fall back outside of this top 5 grouping. Jumped off the track there, so lost a little bit of touch with Klein.
Jack Haley up to 7th, so he's charging forward now late in the moto. And Klein going backwards. It was looking like a great points moto for Klein, but not so much anymore.
And Haley's going to get Gonzalez, who just went down on the inside of the corners, so he's up to 6th.
Harry White actually just went down as well, so Colby Eagland's grabbing a spot. All kinds of shakeups.
Oh, and then Eagland slides out and hands it right back. And it is not out of the question that Jack Haley actually ends up gaining points towards the championship in this moto. He's only 3 seconds behind his nearest rival in the championship, Sean Klein. And there's a lot of moto still to go as Phil Bull beat the timer across the line, so still 3 laps.
And Haley just ran a 2:11.3 last time around, which is crazy fast, especially as gnarly as the track is.
Yeah, Jack Haley is on the charge right now, trying to get up into the top 5 and maybe even further, as time is 20 seconds away from expiring, but it is definitely 3 laps to go here. Redbud, rider down. Is that Harry White on the exit of the corner? It was a TMFR rider, and Eagland was down, and it was Harry White who was down. So some weird things going on, but Jack Haley up to 4th, going after Klein now.
Championship battle for that last transfer spot or last podium spot, sorry. And championship points on the line. I can't believe that rut's not blowing out off the side of the jump at this point.
These guys are hitting it hard.
Those rollers are almost non-existent. They got a little bunch of square edges, though.
Incredible that Jack Haley, not 10 minutes ago, was outside of the top 10, and here he is battling for 3rd with 2.5 laps left to go in this moto.
2:09.7 last time around. I'm just looking at everyone else's lap times, and he's going at 5 seconds or more faster than everyone else on the track right now.
Jesus.
It's like he was having issues with something at the beginning of the race. He worked him out, and now he's back to himself.
Ooh. Got hung up on Klein's rear tire there, jumped off the track and saved it, and I don't think he lost any time. He is on rails right now, and it looks like, if anything, his setup is built for these rough conditions. He is flying around the outside of Klein and made it look easy, and he's not too far off of Craig Leake for 2nd, so this is a truly incredible ride for Jack Haley when it looked really bleak about 10 minutes ago.
I see what you mean, too. He is using pretty much the roughest lines where everyone else is searching a lot, and he's just going right through it, like through those rollers. I'm trying to pick up on what he's doing, but honestly, he's just hitting everything fast, and it's not throwing him sideways.
Yeah, with these 250Fs, they're so momentum heavy that you just have to rely on the momentum of these bikes to carry you around, and as it gets rougher like this...
That section looks sick right now.
Yeah, as it gets rougher like this, it definitely helps to be able to carry your momentum through this rough stuff and not get caught off by the chop. And it looks like Haley's doing the best job of that right now, is keeping his momentum high even with the track getting rougher. So here we go. Battle for 2nd already on. Craig Leake has got to be wondering, where in the heck did Jack Haley come from? But he is coming in a hurry. Less than 2 laps left to go. This is the battle for the highest points paying position that's really still available, because Phil Bull is gone out front. But Haley wants this 2nd place badly, and he's going to work for it. Trying to shoot down the inside here maybe, but Leake shuts the door.
I got bad news for you if you're Craig Leake. He was 7 seconds slower than Haley last lap around.
Oh, man.
Track is super gnarly as Leake somehow saves it.
It's the 2nd lap in a row that Haley had to avoid one of the Evergood riders going all sideways in that corner.
It's really interesting, as the track wasn't that gnarly until about 24 minutes or 25 minutes or so, and then it just, maybe 26 minutes, and it just got absolutely gnar all at once, it seems.
And it seems like around that same time is when Jack Haley also got absolutely gnar, because he has just been charging forward. White flag is out, though. Phil Bull is gone out front, and he has made this thing look, well, honestly, easier than Jack Haley's making it look right now. He is cruising out front. As you said, it looks like he's almost letting lappers go. Great ride for Phil Bull. I believe this will be his 2nd moto win of the season. And just no pressure from behind. He's got a lot of time to work with. He could probably crash 4 more times and still win this moto. Leake's losing touch with Haley slowly. We got Eagland up to 4th, so another relaxed attire guy. Sean Klein has drifted back to 5th. Harry White is in 6th. Dickerson is 7th. Gonzalez is 8th. Gebhardt is 9th. Devin Ryan is 10th. And Lang has kind of thrown this one away. back to 11th. Oh, I've been informed by Devin Davis that Bull has never won a moto before. I swear I remember him winning one earlier this year. Maybe it was a Supercross. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But either way, Phil Bull apparently is looking to pick up his first moto win of his career. And you can't get much more dominant than Phil Bull has been this moto, I'll tell you what. And at Redbud, no less. This track can reach up and bite you at any moment, and Phil Bull has made it look quite easy. Have to give a long think to when the last Australian that won a moto was. Of course, our good friend Mike Owen, former 250 Series champion back in 2012, but I'm sure an Aussie has won since then in the 250 class. Either way, we're going to have an Aussie on top as he makes his way home. Redbud 250 moto number 1 is in the books, and it belongs to the number 40 of Phil Bull as he wins here at Redbud. Beautiful race. A nice race victory for the Aussie. Jack Haley, a great charge up to second, is now going to be pretty easily to lock down as Leak went down in the background. So Eaglin's going to try to close up on him. Klein is down as well. So all these guys running into some issues. Harry White has Dickerson putting the pressure on from behind as well. So this is going to be a good battle to watch to the finish. As Dickerson's trying to lay it down, and White actually slid out. So Dickerson goes through. White's trying to keep it close as second place just about to come through over the line, Jack Haley. And Eagland is all over Craig Leak. He tried to throw it down the inside before the leap, but Leak is going to clear the leap and looks like he will solidify that position through the final section. As long as he doesn't get kicked over the bars there, he is good to go. Third place for Craig Leak here at Redbud, moto number 1. Eagland right there in fourth. Klein didn't do the leap, but he's got no pressure from behind. How about this battle between Dickerson and White? It is coming down to the line. A battle for sixth. A couple guys that want it bad, and Kevin Gonzalez is hoping they take each other out so he can get the spot as they go side by side over the leap. White trying to go around the outside. Dickerson shuts the door, so White's going to cross back over. Is he going to sling around the outside before the finish line? Look at that move, and Dickerson goes down as Harry White makes the pass into sixth, and Kevin Gonzalez is going to come across the line in seventh ahead of Dickerson. So Dickerson loses 2 spots in that final corner. Tyler Lang ends up in ninth, and Devin Ryan rounds out your top 10. Walter Gebhardt on the old school Yamabog coming on through. He's going to get 11th here, and Matthias Janis is the last guy on the lead lap, so he is solidified in 12th, and he doesn't do the leap for us. Are you kidding me? Trent Shepard 13th, Lana Solis in 14th, Hunter Porch 15th, Jake Warden in 16th, Ash Deering 17th, Ivan Medina 18th, Jacob Hubbard ends up 19th after his hold shot, and Braden Carter rounds out the points paying positions. Take a quick look at cuts, and absolutely nothing changed. The top 20 stays the same, and Phil Bull has won 250 moto number 1 at Redbud.
That sounded like a mouthful, Colin.
Nothing like good cold beer to wash it down. Right, Nate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who's still motoing we can stick on board with here on Janice?
Braden Carter is P20.
Braden Carter?
And P20 motoing down right now. Just trying to learn the lines.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh, Jacob Hubbard's throwing front flips. Got a little 5-minute break here. Another day, another beer. Oh, man. A little 5-minute break, and chat seems to be quite lively tonight. So if you guys have a question for myself, Nathan Zaworski, or Chris Riesenberg, ask in a chat, and I'll either throw it to them or answer it for you guys. A little Ask Me Anything right now.
No road questions, please. But hey, what you guys could say is if you want a certain person for our versuspc.com one to watch here in Moto number 2, shout it out there. Let's let you guys pick. I don't think we even did one in Moto number 1, but
Rest in pepperonis.
who do you think is
Yes.
better, Colin? Devin Davis or yourself?
Over our career or right now? Because Devin, no question right now.
How many
Probably,
beers deep are you? That's the question.
probably Devin over our careers anyway, though. I mean, let's be real.
Luke Chef just says to pick Haley as the one to watch. Just go on board with him the whole race. Just
Yeah.
walk away. We don't even need to commentate.
I really should do. I should start doing onboard uploads on the YouTube channel of Full Guys Motos. Like have the chat pick someone that they want to see a full onboard from the Moto and do a full onboard with them. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Jacob Hubbard has a fan in chat. Scratch852 asks, Kellen, how long have you been playing Sim?
I got the game in December of 2011, but I don't really feel like I played it until I stopped playing with a directional pad controller in October of 2012. Is this a Moto? No, it's one lap. Okay. Is it a warm-up lap? Let's see. What else we got? What is your best finish in Sim Pros? Ian Thompson asked. I won 450 Moto 1 at Budds Creek in 2014, but finished 13th the second moto, so I got 6th overall. I finished second in like 3 250 Supercrosses before. And I've won 2 450 EMF main events before, or EU main events, but I don't know. Kind of trash results overall otherwise. Any chance Kellen lines up for a national this season? Nah, I think I'm done with Sim. I'm pretty trash at it these days. Christian
Remember when you
Jones.
made your retirement video?
Yeah, Christian Jones asked, what year is my Honda? It's a 2002 CR250. Let's see what else we got.
Crocodile plate.
Tucker Askelson, I think, is asking, do you ride dirt bikes? Yes, we all do. Nate, you own a 05?
2010.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 05? 2010 YZ125. I own an 02 CR250. And Chris, what do you own right now? Nothing.
I own a bike. It just sits in my garage. I don't ride dirt bikes anymore. I have a CRF 450 that sits in my garage collecting dust, and a CRF 50 that sits in my garage for my kids.
But you're an actual former pro, so I mean, I think you've done enough riding for all of us before.
Use that pro term loosely.
Yeah, you had your pro card. I count it.
I had a pro license. I raced a national in some arena crosses, but I mean, I just use the term loosely.
Let's see. Alex Efforts wants to know, how the F do you do backflips in this game? Do you need to turn arcade physics off? Yeah, let's start with that.
Pop the clutch, pin it, lean back off the top of the face, and you're good to go, man.
Yeah. Ethan EG9 wants to know if Nathan still has that sweet voice changer.
Let's see.
Voice
Our versus PC.com one to watch. Let's go. Well, our chat suggested it. He got a freaking killer start in Moto number 1. So P15, at least for me, is Jacob Hubbard on the 778 BPC machine. He'll be our versus PC.com one to watch here in Moto number 2 at the Redbud National.
Sounds good to me. It's someone I actually have all their skins.
Wanna be a good day.
That's what Larry has to suggest.
Any other suggestions for us, Nate?
I don't know. What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Your soundboard, man. Well.
I mean, it is Moto 2, so.
The ET still runs, so round 2.
H in chat just wants to let us know that don't let this distract you from the fact that Lightning McQueen blew a 2-lap lead in the Piston Cup, guys.
Oh, love it.
All right.
Nate guy, we might be doing some LCQ battling tonight, huh? A lot of entries in the 450 class. 250 entries are way down, and 450 entries went way up. So I don't know if it's just guys moving up or if it's a different group of guys, but... Oh, Dale Mullins
Maybe
out there
it's not,
sending
there's
her
only-
big on the 125.
21 people who finished Motos last week in 450.
Yeah, and there's, what, 50-some signups this week.
I forgot who
And
asked.
qualifying laps.
I forgot who asked in the first race if anybody was on a two-stroke, but as you just mentioned, Chris, Dale Mullins on a 125 at Redbud, true American hero, even though he's from Australia. I just like to imagine that anybody that lines up on a 125 in MX Simulator has a great mustache, a really bitchin' mullet, and their last name is Stanky.
All right, here we go. Moto number 2 from Redbud. Let's see.
What's up, my dude?
All right, well, that's a good start to Redbud. Moto number 2 in the 250 class. We're going to keep an eye on versus PC1 to watch Jacob Hubbard see if he can hole shot it again. It is a Redbud National and SYSCV. Let's drop the gate.
If you would have been on, it's Jake Warden, I think, with the hole shot right now. He had a huge jump. I think he was watching the stream, heard you say drop the gate. No, Devin Ryan
Yeah, Warden.
and Jack Haley, a couple teammates.
I think Warden piled it in with Harry White, if I saw the number correctly, but you're right, it is teammates again out front, Devin
And
Ryan
their
and
third teammate, Tyler Lang, sits fourth. Only Sean Klein separating the trio right now of Relaxa Tire Suzuki's.
this is not what everybody else wanted to see, is Jack Haley starting up front, but we'll see if he stays here as this first lap gets going. Sean
I'm excited
Klein.
to see what Devin Ryan can do with a good start. Fingers crossed he can just keep it together early in the race when the track's slick, because I know when it gets beat up, he's good.
Man, oh man, it's a kind of a repeat of Moto 1 because there's so many guys so close together with the track not developed in yet. Everybody's just going wide open,
Devin
and
Ryan's
Ryan
down.
and Klein
Sean
down
Klein
with him.
clips him.
Oh,
and then Devin Ryan's down again.
Yeah, that was
Not
not
off
the
the
best
bike at
tracker
all.
entry.
Huge pile up. There's really nowhere to go up there. Wow. All kinds of pile up happening there. But Haley trying to check out front. T. Lang, though, not far behind. And then there, a good start for Kevin Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez was really strong early in the first moto, and obviously with the track reset, maybe he's going to get his mojo back here early and stay up front with these guys once again. Pretty much everybody in the field does not want to see what's going on out front, though, and that's Jack Haley leading this thing. So deadly at the end of the motos.
Nate live from the bottom of the ocean. I'm not sure exactly what he said. I think he said something about Klein.
He went straight over the berm after the before the whoops. I mean,
Klein rookie moves. Oh, Lang just boner air Leclerc up off the leap, but not going down. Battling it out with Kevin Gonzalez for second here to the line. Haley's going to lead us through on lap number 1, and if that's any indication, probably the rest of the laps, but we'll see how it goes. So down the drop-off we go. Still Haley leading, Lang second, Gonzalez third, Gatland fourth. Craig Leake in fifth, Devin Ryan in sixth. Hunter Porch, Alana Solis, and Sean Klein with Matthias Janis right behind that.
Gonzalez is making the move on Lang up the uphill triple. Oh,
He goes side
he
by
almost took a
side.
flight to Indonesia right there.
Lang shuts the door. A little three-rider train is broken away from the rest of the field quite easily here. Interesting to see in that corner there, Chris, there's a pre-developed line on the inside, but these guys are kind of like jump into it, and they're making a line that goes over it. I don't know if you're seeing that.
And it goes out to the bank that's for the middle line. Which,
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's through no
they're formatting
fault.
where
It's
they
just-
want it.
That's
Yeah,
that's honestly how it was in real life too, was that line kind of started in and faded out.
We do have some, I know that we had racing to watch, but I did talk to JLV this week. There's some updates coming, so unfortunately everything's kind of being held back. There's some dirty hackers and thieves and all kinds of crap out there that he's got to deal with.
Hashtag.
Consistently. Don't forget the DDoSers as well.
Hashtag MX Simulator 2.0, please.
But yeah, I wouldn't go that far yet. But there are some updates on the horizon. Because I just wanted to have a little talk with him and see where things are at, and well, not obviously I'm trying to debate on how to make the game go forward a little bit. Although, yeah. Anyways, out front, the teammates, man, Lang is hanging right with Haley. Actually, was faster than him last time around. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the 71.
Yeah, he was really strong in the middle part of that first moto and then faded late. I'm not sure if he just got into a couple issues with other riders or crashed his way back to 11th, but he was as high as 4th.
Oh, he's looking inside right there. Looks like he made time not doing that double. Oh,
almost
dragging
lost
a
the
little
front
bar
end.
there. Devin Ryan's moved his way back up to 3rd, so relaxed tire. 1, 2, 3 again.
Oh, man.
Devin Ryan's on the move.
And where is Eagland? It's right behind Gebhardt, which is what, this is 12th here? Oh, jeez!
For 11th, it looks like.
Sean
10th,
Klein just
actually.
yard sailed. Alana Solis trying to throw some serious sauce. Almost took Colby Eagland out in the middle of the uphill triple. Matthias Janis trying to go inside on Hunter Porch. Around the outside, Gebhardt's railing it there. And Craig Leake was down. All kinds of shuffling around going on here.
Over the home table.
And Gebhardt, he's making old school look quite fresh today. He is on rails around this track, and when he is on rails, it's pretty tough to beat Gebhardt. The only person that usually beats him is himself.
Are you doing shots for dualies? Because that was dualies.
I might for the second moto, man. It is Red Bud. I have to go get
At least for 450s. You
some Jamaican rum, or we got vodka. I don't know. I've got like 87 shot glasses to use.
Gebhardt makes the move on Porch, and Janis trying to come right with him. And at the front, Haley just slides out. Almost takes his teammate with him, who has pressured him the whole way. Tyler Lang is now in the lead.
Change for the lead. Jack Haley is not going to lead every lap, but his teammate is now out front and is going to make this thing a little bit more challenging for him. No team orders here. I think these guys are going straight up. They're going to battle it to the end if they can. Devin Ryan holding down the fort for the team in 3rd. Then Gebhardt, Gonzalez, Porch, Janis, Bull, Solis. So there's our Moto number 1 winner, Phil Bull. He is lurking back here. He has to pretty much beat Jack Haley this moto to win the overall. Got a request for some onboard in chat, so we'll go on board with Craig Leake, who's right behind this group. He's in 10th. He's got 3 or 4 riders right in front of him. We'll see how the track's developing so far.
I want to go on board with like Kevin Gonzalez. He's in 5th, all over the back of Gebhardt.
Yeah, let's go to Gonzalez. Ooh. All right, how about on board with Gebhardt?
There you go. It's always more fun to go with the guy chasing.
Now Gebhardt slides out.
Oh, he's about to have a group behind him now. There's like 5 guys coming.
And we'll go on board with Phil Bull.
Gonzalez down. Moto number 1 winner trying to pick his way through. That's Matthias Janis right in front of him. Hunter Porch in front of him.
Everybody throwing some sauce on that tabletop. I'm digging it.
Yeah, the home table not quite as steep this year. The 250 is able to get over it a little bit easier.
What's the nickname from?
Adam Holm last year led all the way to the end of the 450 moto to get his first ever win and threw it away on the last lap, I believe, or 29 minutes in or something. It was a long ways in, and Mullins got him.
Who got him?
this guy that used to race with us named Jesse Mullins. Well, it might have been Russ Chapman. We're not sure.
Who's that? Man, this battle has just been incredible as we work our way towards the leap. All these guys just in a tight freight train. And Phil Bull gets such a good drive, he kind of scrubbed the leap and stayed so much lower than Porch.
Wow, he just sent it down into the inside in the sand as well.
Oh!
And he makes one mistake and two guys go flying by.
Oh, man. He's going to try to use the outside. Let's see. Can he hold it on? He's going to bank here. And nope. Loses that spot to Craig Leak, who fought back. Now Bull's going to go to the middle rut here.
Yeah, I think if he could have got into it a little better, he wouldn't have lost so much time. But he was kind of on the outside of it going in and lost a lot of time instead of just a little bit. See him double out of this inside. No, he didn't jump it that time.
Man, looks like Craig Leak has got the bit between his teeth. He's going after these guys. Got a little kick there. He's going after Janice, though. Porch is still kind of just holding the freight train down at the front.
Ooh, door went open for a second, but Janice able to hold it.
Here's Bull trying around the outside. He's going to try to challenge, gets into the rut, but just no drive out there. Those guys on the inside able to hook the rut a little cleaner. What great onboard action.
Still raging on. Haley actually had lost a little bit of time. 2:08.1 last time around for T. Lang. Haley was a 2:10, but then Lang just made a mistake, so Haley's right back up on him. We got 13 seconds stretched out over Devin Ryan in third at the moment.
Seeing, I think Alex Efforts mentioned in chat that he was at Redwood this year. I think we got to have an MXM meetup at the Nations this year, right? There's got to be like 40, 50 guys that we know going.
Someone made a thread about it.
Yeah.
I actually looked at him. There's a ton of some guys going.
I'll be there.
I mean, Kellen will probably rockstar me, so.
Dude, my plan, I'm going to try to make it work, dude. I'm growing a mullet. I'm going to shave the side of my head down pretty small and dye it, blue on one side, red on the other, but then cut stripes into the red side and cut stars into the blue side.
Yeah, I like it.
That's my plan.
Tyler Lang is absolutely going for it right now in the lead. You can just tell the way he's riding. He's making mistakes, but he is sending it.
Alex said he's bringing a keg to us.
Well, there's a better chance that I find you guys.
Look for the dude carrying a keg around as there goes Jack Haley into the lead. Lang maybe pushing a little too hard. He's going to get it back, though. He's trying to fight down the inside at least, and Haley's going to hold it on around the outside. The battle is still on, though, between the teammates.
I mean, I think it's a high chance ability. These guys are probably talking to each other right now.
Yeah. Just another day at the practice track.
Splitting lines and still just nose to tail dualies.
Dualies. Oh, I love it. Hey, man, my new wife is all for it. She wants to dye the back of her hair purple, so...
America's red, white, and blue. So I don't know
no, I'm saying that she wants to do the hair color thing is what I'm saying here. You know, if you put red and blue and white together, you get light purple. So, I'm just saying here.
Lang is pressuring Haley now. This is nuts.
And they're both sending it on the leap. Lang looking inside. Man, oh, he's down.
For a split second, I thought he was going to 360 right out of that.
Really looked like he was going to. Devin Ryan still third, Gebhard fourth, Janice fifth, Eagland, the other relaxed tire guy, is up to sixth. Phil Bull is in seventh, Craig Leak eighth, Porch back to ninth, and Ash Deering holding down 10th right now. That's a good ride out of Ash Deering. Sean Klein not looking too strong here in 11th. Jack Gatlin behind him. Alana Salas. Kevin Gonzalez has gone a little bit backwards. Jacob Warden. So these guys all going to
Where's our one to watch here? We're getting close to that
what
halfway
happened to
point.
Hubbard?
Also check on him. Where's Mr. Hubbard at?
19th
Oh, there he
here?
is, still circulating in 23rd.
23rd. Man, I'm way off with my numbers.
So Jacob Hubbard still circulating, trying to run down Dale Mullins on the two-stroke right now.
Looks like Dickerson rage quit.
Ah, Dickerson, come on, man. You're gonna go through all the trouble to set up your game on the TV in Yosemite, and you're not even gonna finish both motos. Rookie moves.
So now at the front of the field, Jack Haley out 13 seconds.
Bye-bye.
He tries to say goodbye to the rest of the field, including his teammates who are giving chase. And, we're almost 15 minutes in, almost to the halfway point. Let's try to get one of those top 10 rundowns done, actually all the way through this time. And this one, well, how about MX Sim Game Server is going to bring you this top 10 rundown as Jack Haley, Relaxed Tire, continues to lead. Tyler Lang running in the number 2 spot, his teammate on the 71. Nice performance either way from Tyler Lang. When Haley gets up front like that, you expect him just to check out, and Lang at least kept it fun for a while. And it's not over. He still has a shot at this thing. 3rd place, another Relaxed Tire rider, Devin Ryan, after pulling the whole shot and doing what he does, it seems like every week, which is have a mistake in the first or second lap and then have to come through the field and put in a good result. Devin Ryan getting that done on the 34. Here comes Walter Gebhardt, who looks like he's absolutely ripping. I'm curious to see what this lap time's going to be. 2:10, so not crazy fast, but man, it looked like he was just on it. Animated riding.
I just love his
the
bike.
31.
I'm just in love with it.
Coming around to the number 5 spot, MV Films rider Matthias Janis on the number 41. He just ran his fastest lap of the race. So track might be getting about its fastest point right now. It's probably going to start slowing down any second now if it's not already. And we find another Relaxed Tire rider. Yep, that's right. 4 of the top 6 Relaxed Tire. This one's Colby Eagland on the 891. He's had a good year thus far. He'll be dropping down to a double digit for 2019 for sure. And there comes our Moto number 1 winner, almost going over the bars on the drop-off. Team Volcom rider Phil Bull, kind of flying the flag these days for that Volcom squad, huh? It's
Yeah,
kind of
pretty
their
much.
top dog, and he's doing a good job of it. One Moto number 1, not such a good Moto number 2 here, but still well inside the top 10, and still a lot of racing left for him to try to run some guys down and make some moves. Behind him, you find Prestige rider Hunter Porch on the number 381. Running in 8th spot. Running in 9th, we find Sean Klein, Team Evergood, surrendering a lot more points. So unfortunately, Sean Klein makes a mistake there, somehow rides out of it. Not going to be probably all that happy about his day here at Redbud. And rounding out the top 10, Alanis Solis, TMFactoryRacing.com machine. It's been your top 10 rundown brought to you by MX Sim Game Servers.
I could be wrong, but does Hunter Root still race the EU series?
No, he is not racing at all outdoors this year.
There you go. You're right.
He did ride Supercross. Seen him pop around here and there, but the EU series has been a battle very similar to that NA series recently. Alexis Leclerc and Adam Holm doing battle, and this last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess it would have been, at Southwick, we saw a certain rider who's not leading this race anymore because we have a new leader, but Jack Haley showed up in the 450 class and laid wood to everybody at Southwick. It was pretty incredible.
Well, I like when they lay wood. The battle is on, though, and we have about 12 minutes plus 2 laps to go here at Redbud. And the teammates are battling for it. Haley jumps on by, and he is going to control the corner and get it back from Lang. But Lang fighting back, going to get his teammate back as they go back up the hill. Great battle for the lead.
This looks like so much fun, the way these guys have been battling this whole race.
What I love about it is that they're teammates, because I don't think that this battle would have been as respectful and as clean if they weren't. So it's kept it going because of that.
Well, Haley's got to run on the inside.
Thinks better of it, though. There you go.
feel like he pulled the clutch and it revved his bike up there, unless he just dropped it to first for a second. Lang throws it dirty over the Adam home tabletop.
See him pushing the bike on the side of the track in 3 laps. Crank went through the case, revving it too much.
These guys both working that outside down the bottom of the turn.
Yeah, Lang's actually getting away a little bit here. Haley made a couple mistakes.
And the outside of those sand rollers has just worked. And Haley gets the rhythm down, and everyone else I've seen is struggling. I feel like he's making a lot of his time up right there. Like over a second a lap.
They both seem to have their kind of sections of the track.
Oh, big swaps. And down.
Lang on the deck. Gets up. Still cleanly in second. Meanwhile, battle for third is raging.
Haley just threw a ridiculous whip on the leap.
Missed it.
Yeah, but you're watching a battle. It looks like Gebhardt just rolled right on by Devin Ryan.
It looked like Devin Ryan didn't want any part of that. He didn't decide to throw it in deep or anything.
Yeah, I think Devin's one of the smarter racers. Maybe he's just like, I'll just let Gebhardt go. Either he's going to pass me and beat me because he's going super fast, or he's going to just eat crap and I'll go right back by. One or the other.
Not a bad thing to bank on when it comes to Gebhardt, who has blazing speed, but sometimes, like you said, can be inconsistent.
Yeah, and I mean, if you try to stay in front of him, he's going to go by you. If he doesn't mess up, and there he did mess up, goes down,
No,
somehow stays on
it.
the bike. He's on the start straight. He's going to have to come back through some bales. And
right.
if that was Devin's strategy, it worked out just as planned. It's like, all right, well, I'll see you in a few laps when you run me back down again. Or I won't see you because you crashed again.
Ryan looks like he is out of here from Gebhardt. So suddenly, a couple battles inside of the top 4 that looked great are super boring. Phil Bull is not close enough to Eagland right now.
Oh, Devin Ryan's down, so Gebhardt just went back into third. And Eagland's going to be coming up on his teammate now. So there's a chance these guys could go 1 through 4.
I don't know, man. The trusty 74 Yamaha is going to get in there, I'll tell you what.
Gebhardt just spoiling the party at the moment.
Nate, remember back in 74 when Yamaha made a 250F? Oh, Ryan, another mistake, man. He's kind of had some issues here. He's trying to get back on in front and just holds that spot.
I think Eagland's going to try this outside. Let's see how it works. I thought it would actually be better because it's so smooth, but he does get a better drive up the hill. So it does work out, just it takes a while. Devin Ryan, all kinds of mistakes right now.
Yeah, let's see.
Out of his rhythm.
Oh, and Gebhardt was down, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax a tire Suzuki right now.
However much Relaxa Tire is paying these guys, it's not enough because this is some great advertising for them right now.
No kidding. So Gebhardt's going to try to go back after them. Kind of a battle of the clothing brands right now. Oh, Eagland almost blew the rut as Gebhardt's absolutely ripping Enduro manning it. Mitch Butlering off the track over there.
That's a throwback for you. All about 4 people left in the community probably still get that.
Right?
Let's say the sleep this year is really forgiving on casing.
Yeah.
Same landing as last year. A little lower face is the only change from last year, actually. But the lower face doesn't rob quite as much power from the 250s. Obviously takes a little height out of the drop and out of the jump as well, so. Eagland continuing to put pressure on Devin Ryan.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of doing a bit of a yo-yo because for a minute, Eagland looked like he's going to get passed by Gebhardt. Now he's going back after Ryan. Ryan just cut the track, so he's probably going to get some cuts there. And here comes Gebhardt once again.
Gebhardt carries a ridiculous bit of speed in a lot of spots.
He's going to have the inside line to work with here. Eagland has to kind of abide by that and lets him get in there. Now he's going after Ryan down the hill.
They're both going to go outside. Eagland screws up on the inside. I thought he might have a chance to pull up alongside both of them.
Oh, and then Gebhardt blows the inside rut, so now he has to try to regroup and not let Eagland go around him. Eagland's still breathing down his neck while Devin Ryan's just got to wonder, who the heck are these guys? They're all over me. Oh, Gebhardt almost into the back wheel.
Suzuki's never had this many 250Fs in the top 4 of a national, that's for sure.
I think that's honestly 100% true, right?
I mean, maybe 125s, but definitely not 250Fs.
I don't know. They always seem to be kind of a one-man bandwagon and have 4 or 5 guys like Pro Circuit.
Man, when you're giving up about 8 horsepower out the stock, I mean, in a horsepower class, it's
Well,
not
I'm
looking
just
too good for you.
thinking back to when Pastrana won his national championship.
On a 2-stroke.
But who was his teammate? Do you remember?
I mean, they used to have the Blimpie Suzuki team, the Sobi Suzuki team, Moto World Suzuki, none of that.
It's endoed.
Quietly, Gebhardt has weaved his way through both of those relaxed tire teammates and gotten up here. We also see our versus PC one to watch Jacob Hubbard being lapped right there.
Suzuki is getting a new 250 for 2019 though.
Yeah, but they don't have a new motor.
It's supposed to be brand new from the ground up, so we'll
Yeah.
see
Really? That's
for 19.
Rich
read
Taylor
the
was
motor
talking
updates.
about hope.
all right. Well, we'll see. They better. I'm not letting the troll train die.
Bad news for relaxed attire Suzuki rider Colby Eagland. He's fallen back to 6th. Phil Bowl has made the move on him. So the relaxed party is not so relaxing anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So who was Pastrana's teammate, Factory Suzuki, back then? Nobody, right? It was just him.
I'm trying to think back to the years and whatnot, but because for a while they had like Roderick Tane and Pingree and
Pingree was on Moto World, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought Pingree was on Moto
he
World.
rode for the
Well, there's a-
Primal Impulse team at
Yeah,
one
that's
point
what it was.
too. Where's Devin Davis at when you need him?
I bet he's got a great story about it too.
Probably rode with him. Probably was running faster lap times than him too.
Jack Haley continues to lead here with 3.5 minutes left. And he is looking to go 2-1, take the victory at Redbud. Stop those commie Australians from taking our American soil. And Tyler Lang is down. No chance Walter Gebhardt gets to him in time, though, so Lang gets going still in second.
Still a fair bit of racing left to go, as now the track is at the gnarly point. 27 minutes in, that's about what we saw the first moto, so a lot can change here in the last few minutes of the moto.
Devin Ryan, Phil Bull, and then Eagland behind him. No real pressure, though. What was the nearest battle we can find? Hunter Porch maybe on Craig Leak, or Ivan Medina right behind him. That's a great ride for Ivan Medina.
Matthias Janis in 10th is right on those guys. That's
Yeah.
a good battle. Up to the lead. Stretching it out. It's Porch. Going to case a little bit. Medina's going to run on the inside.
Oh man, that big kicker right through the middle of that corner always seems to catch those guys out, but Medina survives.
And Janis actually hit the deck going around the outside. There's a one big kicker coming out of the outside, and it caught him. That moves Sean Klein back into the top 10. Not a good moto for Sean Klein. So Porch, heavy pressure from Medina, though. Off the ski jump.
Yeah, Medina looks like he's full privateer. He's got no graphics on that KTM, which is kind of rare. I don't think I see many people that take the time to get skins uploaded of just a stock bike with numbers. But that's what it is, because my numbers don't look like that in the game, so. Sean Klein trying to come with him, but really nothing doing. I mean, Porch is holding steady. Medina's giving the pressure, but not really keeping it close enough yet. There's no huge battles going on up front. Devin Ryan, Gebhardt, and Phil Bull are still pretty close together, but not quite battling yet.
This race isn't completely over. We're 29. They're going to be getting the 2-lap card next time around. It's only a 9-second lead, and it's actually shrinking a little bit. Haley had a bad lap last time around. So.
Last lap, yeah. Yeah, one just means that lead 0.
Well, he just missed the uphill triple, so Lang's going to get a big amount of time out of that. Let's go on board with Lang for just a minute here. Definitely bringing that time down. Oh, and our leader down, Haley down in the corner, Lang to the front. And we just passed 30 minutes, so we are coming to 2 laps to go, and suddenly Tyler Lang is looking at a potential victory here over his teammate.
Oh, he almost went down right there. Drugged the bar, leaving the turn, somehow saved it.
Again, I don't think that there's any sort of team orders here. Jack Haley has a massive championship lead, so I think this is going to be all mono-e-mono.
And I don't think Lang's won here in NA this year, but he did win a Moto in EU earlier in the year.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he's won one yet either. He's been close. Finished second a couple times, I believe. So here we go, up the leap. Only 2 times more over after this lap will they do that jump, and they're getting over it easily on these 250Fs right now. So coming down to the line, 2-lap board will be displayed. It is 2 laps left to go, 250 Moto number 2 here at Redbud.
Now, Haley might have had a mistake there, but a 2:09.3 lap time out of Tyler Lang. He is also going extremely fast. He made a little mistake there, but...
I'll tell you another thing we gotta...
Oh, he's down.
Oh, man. That kills my point I was just about to bring up as Lang hits the deck. I was about to say, Phil Bull is really not that far behind third, and if he could get to third and Lang wins the Moto, then Bull would win the overall with a 1-3 to Haley's 2-2. But obviously that's kind of a moot point now unless Haley throws it away out front, which he nearly did there.
Another mistake from Lang, so the lead still 1 fall off, and there's a lapper racing Haley at the moment. Nobody's gonna hit the brakes and let him go now.
Track is definitely deteriorating in some spots that could catch Haley out. You saw him tip over in this corner coming up here at the bottom of the hill. I think he's going to probably play it a little safer this time through. So about 1.5 laps left. No pressure from Lang. Devin Ryan's lost touch with Gebhardt. Phil Bull is still in 5th, so it looks like it's going to be pretty tough for him to get up to 3rd. Trying to put the pressure on Devin right now. This is going to be for 4th. I think as we stand, Bull ends up on the podium regardless with a 1-5, but he's just trying to make sure of that. And maybe, just maybe, still be able to get the win if Lang is able to go to the front on the last lap. But he'd have to get
Bull
Gebhardt.
is all over Devin Ryan right now. He's going to run.
Going to pull alongside. There's going to be dualies. Woo! Loving it. Oh, and then Devin Ryan comes back across a little bit.
Is it possible to hit that table without throwing a whip?
I don't think so, man. That face just puts you in such a perfect spot to throw it down. So white flag should be coming out. There it is. Race leader Jack Haley has 1 lap to go. 250 Moto 2 at Redbud coming to a close. It looks like it's going to be Haley for the overall if he hangs on here. But Phil Bull, our winner in the first Moto, is going for it. And he is down right behind Devin Ryan. So that allows Devin Ryan some breathing room. Lang still sits second. Haley out front leading, though. He's going to pick up another win on the season and extend his points lead doing so. Sean Klein, second in the championship, entering tonight, is in 8th.
Oh, Haley's down. Off the bike.
And here comes
it's a
Lang.
bad spot. He won't have momentum to jump that triple. If Lang can see him and miss him.
Oh, and Lang almost goes down, and Lang won't get the triple
either.
So he's going to have to double. And here's Haley right behind him. Suddenly, just like that, we have a battle for the lead. Final lap at Redbud. And as you said, Lapper in the way. Moving out of the way. Haley bombs it down the outside. Tries to get the hook up around the outside.
Oh my gosh.
And he makes it stick into the corner. He puts the block pass on his teammate Lang. That was an incredible move.
Lang was sending it around that inside as well, but caught a kicker right at the end.
Oh, Lang's jumping off the track.
But save it. This isn't over. Track's rough. It's brutal. It's beat. We've seen mistakes from both these guys. Haley's making mistakes right now.
Oh man, Tyler Lang's pushing it. He is just full send right now.
Haley's making mistakes.
Oh my gosh, Lang just ripped that rut so hard, but you're right. Haley's making a couple mistakes.
Oh, Lang's down.
Oh.
Gebhardt not that far out of it, and Lang's going to have 0 speed entering the rollers.
So this should be Haley's victory at this point, but it's up to Lang to hold on to second as Gebhardt's coming flying in, and Gebhardt's down in the same spot. This might hand Phil Bull third. It's not going to matter as Haley's probably going to pick up the win here, but here comes Phil Bull round the outside
Haley's
into the rollers.
Almost down again.
Haley has to hit the leap one more time clean, and he throws dirty on it just to add a little bit more flair. And down through the final section, he is clean through there. And your winner of the Redbud National is Jack Haley, number 57. Your points leader is on top at Redbud. Lang looks like he is going to hang on for second. Phil Bull had a late run there at Gebhardt, so it looks like it's going to fall a little bit short. But still a 1-4 performance for Bull on the day.
Dismissed Walter's front flip.
Walter Gebhardt front flipping the
Devin
leap.
Ryan coming up to the leap here in the 5th spot. Straight airing it. Probably a little disappointed after getting a whole shot to only get a 5th. And not really get to join the battle with his teammates. Colby Eagland relaxed the tire. 4 of the top 6 riders. They got to be pretty pumped on that performance. And he has a mile of a lead back to 7th place. Sean Klein, who, well, I mean, he's a mile behind in points to our Moto winner and overall winner, Jack Haley.
And Hunter Porch behind Klein now in 8th. Craig Leake is in 9th, trying to go after Porch here late, but I think it's going to fall just short, although Porch just blew the inside rut. This could still change here if Porch isn't able to get the leap, but he's got a great drive.
Oh,
he blew it. Not going to do it. Here's Leake jumping over top of him, lands alongside and gets around the outside of him. Porch is going to have to send it into the final corner. Let's see if he launches this one. No, he does not. Leake steals a spot there at the end for 8th. Matthias Janis looking to hold down a top 10, but Harry White, after crashing early in the moto, is trying to go after him.
These guys actually missing the leap a little bit because of those kickers.
Oh, Harry White tries to throw it and comes up a touch short, but still lands it. And into the final corner, Janis is going to make it through in 10th.
Oh, battle going on. Trent Shepard just lost a spot to Ivan Medina.
Who's going to send it deeper? Trent Shepard's going hard down the inside. Oh, that was close. But it goes to Medina. Shepard falls just short, and Kevin Gonzalez ends up 14th. Warden 15th. Gaskew 16th. Deering 17th. Solis 18th. Our versus PC want to watch. Jacob Hubbard is going to pick up a couple points here in 19th, so solid ride. VersusPC.com. Check him out, although it's not quite over the line just yet. Just shy of the line. You don't want to be shy of your order at VersusPC.com, so head over, check him out. Braden Carter is going to be the last points paying position in 20th, and he is 4 laps ahead of Matt Cromie, who is already over the line. Jack Gatlin, Dale Mullins, Daniel Batchelot, Matt Model, Dickerson, all did not finish this race, but Braden Carter is going to soldier us home. He's going way wide to get a run at the leap. Let's see what he's got for us. Anything special? No, that was just the worst thing ever. I can't believe he went that wide for all that run up and did that. That was terrible. As he's going to bring it home here and finish up this race. Not in 20th just yet because he's down at the finish line. And now backing over the line, he will finish in 20th. All right, cuts. Looks like Harry White, or actually Medina lost a spot to Shepard. And that was it. Jack Haley, 250 Moto number 2 winner and Redbud National winner, and holds onto the red plate. All right, that's going to do it for the 250 stream. Do not touch that URL bar. We'll be right back on the other side of this quick break with the 450 motos at Redbud. We'll see you guys in a bit, but thanks for watching the 250 stream of round number 7 of the 2018 Race Tech Nationals powered by RaceFactoryGaming.com at Redbud.